Liz Ștefan, Nifty Learning. Nifty Learning is a learning platform for corporations. We help companies make data-driven learning investments in their employees.
So where is Nifty Learning today in terms of numbers, clients, evolution?
We are very happy to say that well over 20% of banking employees in Romania use our platform for learning every day. We are quite established in the Romanian market, but we're now trying to expand to the US, hence us being here in Austin. And we're happy to say that we work with Banca Transilvania, with eMAG, with First Bank. Yeah.
What did you have for this type of clients in order for them to implement a solution from a startup? Because we know sometimes it's complicated to sell to these big corporations.
That's a really good question. So I would say the thing that has worked the most to our advantage is that we're very, very committed to making a good quality product. I guess it also helps that all of us in the founding team have experience either in the learning and development industry or in IT sales or in software development. So we are quite a well-rounded team, and we were able to put together a very solid case. Obviously, we backed it up with a very good MVP, but our product has grown many generations since our first initial proposal submission to our customers. We did feel that it is indeed difficult as a startup to sell into enterprise, but we were lucky to find very, trusting partners, especially in eMAG and Banca Transilvania, who were our early customers. And they had the, patience and strategic thinking to understand that we are a product that keeps growing. And so we've grown together in the past years very beautifully.
What should a product for an e-learning platform for companies have in order to be useful?
To be quite frank, in our industry, the competition is quite high, so it's almost impossible to not be useful as a learning product. I guess if you want to get into specifics, we can say the basics should be covered. You should be able to deploy various types of content if, when, and as needed for the various necessities. For example, in banking, you will have a lot of learning and testing campaigns that have to be reported to the authorities. So a platform should be able to enable you to do that quickly and give you the right data quite fast so that you don't have any issues if an audit comes or anything like that. But I would say for a product to be successful, I guess it also has to have moments of delight. We focus a lot on creating a very good user experience for the power user of our platform, who is the learning and development professional. And we've actually built our tool around this idea that administrative work, which isn't the most fun type of work, let's say, shouldn't be taking up that much time. This platform should enable you to do your work, at least the boring parts of it, quickly, effectively, so that you can focus on being a strategic consultant to the business.
Do you have any other foreign markets outside Romania, or it's the development part right now?
Poland, Bulgaria, Hungary, but nothing, let's say, outside of that region, nothing more significant. Obviously, we have many things in the pipeline, and as far as Spain, Switzerland, even the Netherlands. But right now we are in the US because we've always wanted to try to test out the US market and validate our product here. So we're trying to do that now, doing business development, figuring out the cultural differences, and learning how to do it in a very, very competitive market.
How do you build a strategy of testing the market? In the US, it's not the usual new market, it's one of the biggest, in order to build it successfully?
That's the question we wake up asking ourselves every morning. So after a couple of interactions here, we realized that this market is far more about networking than you would see in Europe, let's say. People here are very friendly and they are offering to introduce you quite a lot, so that's a welcome change from our sort of conservative attitude in Romania. I think that for a platform like ours to be successful here, we would have to find the right partners who can help distribute us or introduce us to their network, because obviously we don't know that many people here, so cold outreach probably isn't going to work exceptionally well. We've already met some really cool people that offer to introduce us to various channel partners that could help us sell.
What do you need right now to develop market? Partner channels, people here?
I guess it's a balancing act in a way, because you want to invest your resources as efficiently as possible, and startups don't always have that many resources at hand. We are now actively looking for people who could just genuinely introduce us to relevant either system activators or the end customer. Maybe to give an example, a training agency could be a good example, or a payroll company that also sells into a similar buyer like ours. So this is kind of the thing we're looking for. I wouldn't say we're looking to hire right now. I would expect that this would happen after we have a couple of customers or a couple more promising leads. And once that happens, we will probably decide to find a person full-time or at least part-time, but dedicated to Nifty.
Tell me about the Bojica Skill to USA experience, starting from the beginning, choosing the program, the right product for you, and maybe making out the most of it.
Well, I think the choice wasn't necessarily difficult. I can't, off the top of my head, I can't say I know any specific program that had a focus on scaling to USA, so this obviously is a no-brainer. They've been setting up events and meetings with hyper connectors. So we went to the Chamber of Commerce, we went to Opportunity Austin, to the International Accelerators, many other institutions. This evening tonight with the AVA dinners, the Austin Venture Association. So this is a very good sign that we made the right choice in joining the program. We've made a couple of good friends here, and we're happy that Rubik facilitated that.
Where does Nifty Learning stand at the end of this year?
It would be cool to, I don't know if I say it out loud, what if it doesn't happen, but it would be cool to be at $1 million ARR and to have a team established here in the US.